Hey, YouTubers, Tasman here, bringing you another episode of Tasman's Foundry Virtual Tabletop version 12 from the ground up. I think that's what I called it. Anyway, so we are continuing on with our boatloads of mods that we can actually enable. Like I've said before, not all these mods are required. I'm kind of showing a lot of them. A lot of them I don't even use in my own games a lot, just because they're process intensive or something like that. But I just kind of want to show you and showcase these mods and the mod creators for their awesome work. And this is a mod that we're going to go over today. I'm pretty sure you've read the title. We're going to go over, I believe, now I'm forgetting its name. It's called, I think it's Simple Fog. Maybe Simple Fog Manager. Simple Fog, a manual fog of war. So that's the one we're going to do today. If we have time, we might do some other one, but this could take close to the full amount. I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and enable that. And so what this does is, we have our lighting so that when a token goes in somewhere, for example, Merrick here, I don't think he has good vision. Only things that are within this area will actually be visible to him. He has a much larger one. Seraph also has one. And then, of course, as GM, I don't have the vision enabled on these guys. I could go enable it so I could actually see what they see by just coming in here and hitting vision enabled and then updating the token. And now I can see what that guy would actually see. But usually as the GM, you don't want that necessarily, because if it's outside, then you lose vision of your other guys and all that stuff. So it can be a hassle, but you can't always do that. What I wanted to show today is this guy right here, which is Simple Fog. What this is more of a manual way of applying it, and it ignores the lighting. It's on a different layer, so a token could actually go into the fog and kind of disappear under the fog. To showcase this, we're going to use, I uploaded a new map that I thought would be kind of good. So we're going to do a region map. So I'm going to just call it region. We're going to go in here and go to path. And I put it in my assets, maps, and right here, the Sword Coast. This is actually a pretty big map. It's about 9 megs in size. So it should be fine, I think. But I guess we'll find out. And then I really don't care about grid or anything right now on this map. Yeah, I think it might be fine just as is. All right, so here we have our region map. And let's say this is a world map that you've created and you're like, oh, I don't want them to see everything on the map. I don't want them to, be down here in Waterdeep and move their token around and find Neverwinter. I want that to be more hidden or something like that. This is where the Fog of War manual fog, I can't remember its name already, but we'll just call a Simple Fog manual fog of war or whatever. So what we can do with this is we can actually create areas that are completely black. So the way the player sees it will be completely black. I'm going to have to bring in a party token. Do I even have a party token here? Does not look like it. Let's make one real quick. So we'll call this a group token and we'll just say party, P-A-R-T-Y. Like that. Then we'll go ahead and I don't know. I think I just need to give basic, maybe limited or observer, I can't remember, to the player. So we have our little party token here now. It's really big because this is the default grid, but let's pretend it's not. And let's say our people are down here in Waterdeep, right? And if we go look at our player, where is our thing here? and I need to probably draw them there. I need to go activate it. Where is right here? We need to go here and activate it, or maybe preload it first. Make sure that 9 megs is all there. All right, so now that we've activated, let's see if that worked right. Go to here, and of course we can't see anything because we don't have visibility on. So I need to go change that really quick as well. Go here, whoops, not here. I mean, go into here, click on this, go to lighting, and turn off token vision. And probably fog of exploration we don't need as well. I think those are the two. Is there another? I think that's all we need. Let's just hit save change and see if it worked. All right, do that and that. There we go. So now we can see everything, but as a GM, I don't want you to be able to see everything. I don't want you to know Baldur's Gate's just down here, Neverwinter's up here, you know, and all these different places. I want it to be a mystery and only open up the map. I really should have done a much smaller grid or hex or something just so it would look a little better. Let's do this really quick as well. I can't, I'm on the wrong screen. So we do that, I'm just going to grab a really quick image just so it's not that ugly thing. All right, assets, tokens. Let's just do a hero. What should we do? Maybe trying to think of something that might be kind of bright. How about a bird folk? Let's go look at those real quick. Is there any? They're all kind of dark. That one's not too bad, I guess. Let's just do that. And I didn't hit OK. Of course I didn't hit OK. Actually, no. I think I just need to do it here, actually. So go here real quick. Choose that bird folk. Hit that. Come down here. Update token. All right. That's not much better because it's not very bright. All right, so anyway, we have our little token here. So as the GM, we don't want them to know of all these other places. So we can come in here to the simple fog, and you'll see that we have these options. One, we can turn it on and off. Two is we have our brush control, so we can actually just paint on. We have a grid control, so when we're drawing, it'll snap to grid. We have room control or a room tool that will actually detect walls and apply it accordingly. Probably won't do that one, but it'll kind of work the same as what we're going to show. We have polygon tool. This one it's really useful, but it's also a little confusing. We'll go over that. The box tool, we have the ellipse tool. We can reset the fog anytime. And then we have our scene configuration. So scene configuration basically is saying, how does the GM see the fog? So the default is that it'll be a black, but it's got a 60% opacity. So as GM, you'll be able to see through it. So you'll be able to see where the fog is and still see other things below the fog. So if you need to go reveal Neverwinter, you could just go undo right over Neverwinter. You don't have to try and guess where it is. With your players, of course, you probably want it to 100%. You don't want them to see through the fog at all. And the color is completely optional. You can actually link an image. So if I had like a fog covered Sword Coast, you know, where it didn't have any of the names, just had kind of forest and stuff like that, then I could actually, when I reveal it, it could actually show the words beneath or something like that. So you have your blur radius. We'll be going over that. That's basically the edge of the fog. The lower you have that, the less process intensive it's going to be, because it doesn't have to kind of create that nice little gradient. If you have it up really, I guess the low number is going to make it so it's very, very abrupt. It's, you have fog, you don't have fog. There's no little gradient there. The radius is definitely how far that blur is going to be. And then of course your blur quality. We have our transition settings here for transitioning to fog. Usually it's, you know, this is just under a second. 1000 would be 1 second. I believe it's in milliseconds. And then you have your visibility settings. I don't usually set anything in here. I'm usually happy with everything. So we're just going to go ahead and leave that. So what I'm going to do is we have this giant map, and this is actually a really big map. And let's go ahead. I'm wondering which one would be best to use first. Well, let's just kind of do it in the area where we are so you can actually see. So where was, okay, we're right here. So if we wanted to paint on it, we can actually come in here, click on the brush tool. We can choose brush size. As you can see, if I click on the hide and reveal, where is it? Brush opacity, brush size. I don't know if this is big enough. Usually it shows it. I wonder, did I disable it? Oh, there we go. Now it's enabled. So here you can see the brush size. So you can see I can have it nice and big so I can quickly cover the entire map just by coloring it in. So I could just click on that once and you'll see now this is revealed. So where's that? Yeah, that's all now revealed. When you activate it, it basically turns the whole scene into darkness. If I wanted to change this and say, oh no, I want it to be more actual the size I make it, you know, I don't want to see the sword mountains or anything like that, I can go over now to hide. It'll turn red to tell me that it's hiding, and then I can come in here and just kind of erase everything, maybe let them know that there is an ocean out there, but I don't want them to see all this other stuff. So now if I come in and I go look at on the player side, you'll see that's exactly what I see. I don't see anything else on the entire map. If I move my token after I unpause it, where's that other area? Oh, it was right there. If I unpause it in here and then go back to our player, you'll see when I move, I don't have permissions to move the token. Sorry, I forgot I needed more permissions than I gave it. I'm just going to give it owner. Let's move this party, configure ownership, and we'll just make it owner for now. That way we can have full permissions on it. So now if we come in here and you see we move our token, it disappears underneath the fog. Now this could be a problem because, I don't know where my token is. If I had more tokens, I don't know where that token is. Oh, I got him. I can kind of tell because of the little thing we've set up where it shows you your feet movement or how far you can move. But anyway, you can't see your token. Now, if I remember right, that was actually one of our options. I'm thinking, I remember it saying something. Enable, where was that one? Or maybe I'm thinking something else. I'm not sure. Anyway, so as you can see, when I went into the fog, it really didn't matter. So now if my players end up, kind of navigating up this way and they get up to Thornhold, I can actually, just reveal, I guess, of that part. And we can go ahead and shrink that. I can't remember. Can we do this with the Alt? No. All right, so we can change the brush size to a smaller one. And, just draw a little map up to here so they can actually see that as well, right? And now if we go to our player screen, you can see now they can see that they get up there. I could also make it so they could actually see the name of the city. But so this is really nice because you can actually lock things down whether they move or not. As the GM, as you can see, I can see through it. And so if they do move their token out here and they lose control of their token because they have other tokens they control, you can always move it back for them. I thought there was an option, I might be thinking of a different module, that when they go under it, you can still see the name. So you could actually know where the token is, or it like fades out so you know it's in the fog and stuff like that. So our options with this obviously are the brush size with the brush one and the brush opacity, how invisible is it, or how see-through, I guess. We also have the grid one, and you'll see here this actually just snaps to grid, and all I have to do is click on the grid spot, and do that. And I think, I don't remember if this one had anything special. And I can drag it and it just colors it. But I thought there was a, nope, not that one. Not that one. Nope, not that one. Guess not. Now we can recover everything back up because we don't want them seeing all this stuff. This is top secret. So anyway, there's your grid one. It'll snap to your grid shape and thing. The room one I'm not going to do. It actually just interacts with walls so that you can actually see those. The polygon one, now this is the one that I said is a little strange because you don't actually think it's doing something. So the first time I click, I get this little orange dot. And then I don't see that I'm actually doing anything after that. But if I do another click, you don't see anything because it's just doing a line. But if I do a third click, now you'll see I'm actually starting to see the dots. So it'd be really nice if the first one was orange and then it maybe did a small orange one or something so that I know that that is what it is. I can keep doing this, and then when I'm done, if I click on the final orange one, it completes the thing, although we're hiding, not showing. So going down here, there we go. Now we got the right one, and then when we do that, it shows it all. So really nice there. Of course, you can imagine the box tool is kind of what I was thinking if I held shift, where this is not grid specific. You know, we can actually see that that's not in the grid. Now, one nice thing with this is, yes, there is a key. Is it not? Oh, it is this one. So if I hold down shift, you'll see it actually constrains it to a perfect square. So if I do that, we get a perfect square. And the circle does that also, where if we want to draw a perfect circle, we can hold down the shift key and turn it into a perfect circle instead of an oval. So if we wanted to, you know, show a perfect circle there we go. If we want a nice little oval here, the weird thing is where it actually starts. If I can't hit escape there. So you got to kind of know that it's going to draw that circle from where your actual center point is. So if I wanted this one right here, I would definitely want to put it right there. Nope, I can't be inside this thing. There we go. So if I wanted this, I wouldn't actually draw like I would like in Photoshop. I would actually start at this dot and draw it from there, or from wherever I want the center point. So if I wanted to reveal this and have it just be kind of a nice little oval right here, I would imagine where the center of my oval wants to be and then just kind of drag it up from there. It doesn't have a tool like Photoshop where you can hold down the space and move it around. That just pauses it. You can only constrain it. It'd be really nice if you could, you know, that you could hold something, right click, no. I was hoping I could find something that would do it, but no, it doesn't. Anyway, so as you can see, what I was talking about, if we look here, we can see this nice little gradient. It looks nice. That was the well, whatever it was called, the the blur radius. So that's given us like 5 pixels of blur radius, and then the quality is how smooth that blur is, so to speak. So I think we're at 18 minutes, so not too bad. So there you go. That is in a nutshell the fog tool. And if we go, I'll just once again go here, you can see it, because we're not constrained by vision on this, anywhere on the entire map that you open up will be open. So they don't have to be in range of it. It will just be available to them and they can actually see it. So hopefully that is enough to make you, you know, think, I could use that in this scenario or something. But yeah, I can't think of anything else I wanted to go over. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Aside from that, comment, like, and subscribe. Click on that little notification bell. Let's see. Join my Discord channel. Tell other people about my YouTube channel. Have them check it out. If they like what they see, they can sub. Ooh, we grow the channel. Everybody wins. And I think that's about it, my friends. Until next time, I'll be seeing you later. Bye.